Olumide Abdu from Healthy Options by Ted. Healthy Options by Ted is really about making a healthy living really fun and exciting. I always say you never have to eat boring to be healthy. So today I'm gonna make a really yummy stuffed breakfast pepper. I only just started making the pepper just very recently and it's become like one of my new favorites. And then the last is gonna be a blueberry muffin. I love blueberry muffins, but this one is obviously healthier than your regular blueberry muffin. So it's gonna be fun, let's get to it. It should bake in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's get started. First things first, we've got coconut flour, which is a great substitute for regular flour. We need half a cup of coconut flour. What I usually do is we mix the dry ingredients first and then the wet ingredients and then combine them together at the end. So we've got half a cup of coconut flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, right there, and some sea salt, just like a dash. Combine with a spoon, right there. Once that's all done, the second half of the batter is the wet ingredients. So we're going to use 4 eggs. Just have to make sure there's no shells in there. So we're going to whisk that together like this. And there's a 1/3 cup of honey. Always make sure you use organic honey or pure real honey, because a lot of substitutes out there are just full of sugar. So we've got to make sure that it's real organic honey. Now we've got to add a 1/3 cup of honey. Some people might say there's a lot of honey, which is probably true, but it's spread over 12 muffins, so it's not that bad. Then we've also got a 1/3 cup of olive oil. You can actually use grapeseed oil, you can use coconut oil, it really just depends on your own personal favorite. So I'm gonna go for olive oil. Right there, about a 1/3 cup of olive oil as well. And then we've got 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I don't like to always measure, so I'm just gonna pour that in there. Yeah. So whisk it all together. So now I've got my dry ingredients separate and my wet ingredients. Next step is to combine them all together. So that's what I'm going to do now with my hand mixer so that it's all blended in really well. So now I'm going to combine the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. One thing you'll notice is coconut flour is actually quite dense, so you're starting off with only half a cup. You think that's quite small compared to 4, using 4 eggs, but it actually works out pretty well. So I'm going to get that all mixed up now. Awesome. So now we're going to get this in the oven as soon as possible. I'm going to use spray canola oil because it's a healthier option, but some people, you could use coconut oil, grapeseed oil, any kind of oil just to line your paper cups. So that's what I'm going to do now. Very lightly. In this tray, I have some paper cups and I have some silicone cups. They should go in the oven and we'll see how they come out. Now, what makes this batter, blueberry batter, is with the blueberries. You can use fresh blueberries, frozen blueberries, whichever you prefer. Some people use dried fruits as well. If you don't like blueberries, you can substitute them with other berries. Berries are actually really, really good for you. They're full of great antioxidant nutrients. Really good to manage, weight loss and keeping healthy and staying healthy. So I love using fresh blueberries to bake. There we go. So you just fold them in gently. And then now we have our batter. So this mixture is for 12 muffins. So here we go. Try and getting as many blueberries into each one as you can. So you've got even muffins. There we go. Try and spread them, as evenly as possible, so you don't have some, tiny looking muffins and then some really big ones. It should bake in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. The muffins won't rise too much because coconut flour doesn't usually rise that high. So now we can put these in the oven and allow them to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. So now we have our pepper. We add in the egg mixture first. So now we're gonna get started on our stuffed breakfast peppers. The first step is to chop an onion. You only need about half, well, to be honest, quarter of an onion, because I'm only making one pepper now. Scotch bonnet or chili. You can use 1, 2, depending on how spicy you like your food. It's all up to you. Or none at all, because I know some people don't like pepper at all. Just chop this up. Okay, so now we have our chili. Now the third thing we're going to use is a bell pepper. Now for this particular, for this time, we are just going to use some strips from it. So we're not going to use the whole thing. So there's no seeds in there. Just cut strips of the red bell pepper. And then into cubes. So now we cut these into cubes. Then now it's ready to go into a pan. So let's light this up. So medium heat. Get some olive oil in there. So first we add the onions. Just leave those on for about 30 seconds maybe? 30 seconds, yeah. And then the peppers. So we just let these soften for a bit before adding in the peppers. Can leave that on, for about 2 minutes, and then you can add in your, your chilies. Smells good already. So whilst I leave that on for a few extra minutes, I can get started on my egg mixture. Here I've got 1 whole egg and 1 egg white. And then I'm gonna chop up some mozzarella cheese. This whole block here is about 200 grams, but we don't need that much. Don't even need half, just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's check on her. Yeah, so it's browning up a little now. Just about 30 seconds left. Here. So we need some salt for our egg mixture. It's a pinch of salt. Put this back. Yeah, so this is done now. So we can put that off. Just leave that to cool. Just a pinch of black pepper. Pinch. And a dash of almond milk. Now you can use any milk. You can use skimmed milk, whole milk, hazelnut milk, any kind of milk. Then we whisk this. Okay. So now we have our egg mixture, our cheese, our peppers, and the last thing is our stuffed pepper. Well, about to be stuffed pepper. So you can find red peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers. These are different to the Nigerian, peppers that we find in the market, but they're well worth it. So yeah, so I'm gonna go for the orange one because I like the color. Sorry. So first thing, you chop off the head, the top, and then we de-seed it. So we, remove all the seeds in there. Chuck that in the bin. So now we have our pepper. So we add in the egg mixture first. Then we can add our peppers, onion, chili mixture in there as well. It smells so good already. I'm excited. It smells really good and it's not even done yet. So can imagine what it's going to taste like when it's finished. And then last, we add the cheese. Now, depending on if you like cheese, if you don't like cheese, people do make this stuffed pepper with or without cheese, so it's really dependent on you. I just put a little bit at the top, just to get that, cheesy coating on the top. And then, yeah, we're done. So we're gonna put this on a baking tray. Over here. Get some foil. Then we can spray the the foil just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Then we put pepper on there. It goes in the oven for about 15 minutes. I think the muffins are done now, so I'm gonna take them out. Oh, they're nice and brown and they smell awesome. Ooh. Make sure not to burn yourself. Oh, they look so good. Okay, putting them over here and let them cool. So now we're gonna put these in the oven. They should go in for about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes in there and it should be all done. muffins are really good. They came out really, really well. You can see they're like the yummy, yummy blueberries in there. I'm gonna have a bite. They're really good. You have that hint of coconut, the blueberry. I'm really even impressed. So now I'm gonna get those breakfast peppers out the oven. Now we've got our stuffed breakfast pepper with some parsley for garnish. It looks absolutely delicious. I can see the cheese in there and everything. It looks really, really good. It's a great alternative for breakfast. There's no carbs. It's a red pepper instead of bread or cereal. You know, you've got eggs, peppers, vegetables. It's yummy. I'm gonna cut into it now. Turn it this way. Ooh, you should take a look at that. It looks really, really good. Let me have a bite. You can taste everything. The cheese, the peppers, the onions. It's really good. You need to try this at home. And then the sweetness of the orange pepper as well is really nice. You guys enjoy as much as I have. So there we have it. We've got our blueberry muffins and our stuffed breakfast peppers, both really, really good options and healthy options for breakfast. The blueberry muffins are made with coconut flour and blueberries. They're really healthy, really light, gluten-free, really delicious. You don't have to, worry about overindulging too much. And then we've also got the stuffed breakfast peppers with eggs and peppers and mozzarella and onions, and it's really, really, really yummy. The sweetness of the peppers as well really brings out the taste. I hope you guys try it. Please Instagram us, take pictures, upload pictures onto your Instagram, onto our website. You can visit our website at www.healthyoptionsbyted.com or the EbonyLife website, www.EbonyLifeTV.com. Chefrican.